Yeah, hi. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of ICICI Securities, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you for the analyst meet of Power Grid Corporation of India Limited. Today, our senior management team is there to discuss the company's business post Q3 and 9-month financial results. It is my pleasure to introduce senior management team of Power Grid. We have with us Shri R.K. Tyagi, Chairman and Managing Director, Shri G. Ravishankar, Director Finance and CFO, Dr. Yatindra Dwivedi, Director Personnel, and Shri Naveen Srivastava, Director Operations, and Shri B. Vamsi Mohan, OSD Projects. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Please. I can start.
Yeah, yes.
Good morning, everyone. I'll just give brief about Power Grid, our achievements in Q3 and up to Q3 for 9 months. Brief agenda for today's meeting is overview about Power Grid, major highlights, performance highlights, what is the growth outlook, sustainability and awards which Power Grid has won during Q3. Next. Yeah. As you know that Power Grid is India's flagship power transmission utility, one of the largest transmission company in the world. As per Public Enterprise Survey 23-24, we have been given first rank in net profit, first rank in dividend declared, second rank in gross block, second rank in net worth, and second rank in contribution to exchequer. Our international credit rating is at par with sovereign rating, BBB-, and domestic credit rating is AAA. Next. Our transmission lines, we have transmission line across width and breadth of our country. About 1,518 number of lines are there. We have 1,79,594 circuit kilometer, 280 substations, 5,52,961 MVA capacity. Our inter-regional transfer capacity is 99,580 megawatt, which is 84% of total inter-regional capacity of India. Our transmission system availability is maintained at par with world best utilities, and it is 99.81%. We have assets of HVDC 18 station, 765 kV substations 63 numbers, 400 kV 168, SVC and STATCOMs 20 numbers, and GIS stations 64 numbers, and transmission line towers about 2,90,000, and transformers and reactors more than 3,800 numbers. During Q3, we have won 7 ISTS TBCB projects with levelized tariff of 2,077 crores. It includes transmission system for evacuation of power for Rajasthan, REZ Phase 4, Part 3, Part A, and Part B. Then transmission system for power evacuation from Kundankulam Unit 3 and 4 in southern region. Then transmission system for power evacuation in Rajasthan, Phase 4, Part 4, Part A. Then system strengthening at Koppal 2 and Gadak 2 for integration of RE power in the grid. Sixth one is augmentation of transformation capacity at Khavda area, KPS 1 and KPS 2, phase 5, part B1 and part B2. Then augmentation of transformation capacity, 3 into 500 MVA transformers and 1 into 1500 MVA transformer at bidder substations. Up to Q3, we have share of 50% in annual tariff in TBCB projects, 58% in terms of NCT cost, and 57% in terms of project number of projects won. Next. In asset management, for the first time in India, we have implemented dynamic line rating for controlling power flow in transmission line depending on temperature, wind speed, and other ambient conditions. Also, we are implementing e-vegetation management program for our 6 transmission lines in northeastern region, which will assist us in inspection and maintenance by mapping of transmission lines, managing vegetation, and avoiding trippings of transmission lines. This is being done for the first time in India. Then other highlights, we have secured our first green loan agreement of US $200 million was signed with Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation, Japan, for funding RE projects of Power Grid. Next. We have also collaborated with the EPRI. It is a research institute in USA. We have signed 10-year master agreement with EPRI USA, a non-profit energy research and development organization. It will help us in transmission system construction, operation and maintenance, and promoting energy transition and sustainability. Also, Power Grid has been granted patent for system and method for health assessment of transformers and reactors. We are remotely operating 281 substations from our control center at Manesar as on 31st December 2024. The performance highlights about project execution, operational performance, financial performance, other business, and commercial performance are as below. We have commissioned 1,399 circuit kilometer of transmission lines in Q3 and also 9,185 MVA capacity of transformers. It includes 2 numbers transformers at Sikar, 1 ICT at Banaskantha, 1 ICT at Kotra, 3 number ICT at Bikaner 2 station, 2 number ICT at Banka, and 1 ICT at Bahadurgarh. Then upgradation of 315 MVA ICT at Rangali substation. In transmission line, 765 kV Sikar to Aligarh, Circuit 1 and Circuit 2, Badla 2 to Sikar 2, Circuit 1 and Circuit 2, 400 kV Sikar 2 to Nimrana, Circuit 1 and Circuit 2, and Lilo of 220 kV Jhusi Fulpur at 400 kV Jaunpur UP PTCL substation. During Q3, a new station at Sikar 2 was commissioned in October. Then in project execution, our performance in Q3 has been, we have done expenditure of 7,649 as against 3,444 in last year, FY24. And during last 9 months, our capex has been 17,651 crores as against 7,690 crores last year. In capitalization also, in Q3, we have capitalized assets worth 3,417 as against 1,784 crores asset in last year. And in last 9 months, we have commissioned 7,423 worth assets as compared to 5,780 crores last year. In operational performance, we have been maintaining availability more than 99.75. For last 9 months, it has been 99.81%. And in reliability, trippings per line is 0.24 trippings per line during last 9 months. As regards financial performance, on a standalone basis, our income in Q3 has been 11,609 crores and profit after tax 3,894. On console basis, income is 11,743 and PAT 3,862 crores. For last 9 months, on a standalone basis, total income is 33,843 crores and PAT 11,017 crores. On console basis, total income for last 9 months was 34,869 crores and profit after tax 11,379 crores. The financial performance in details in 9 months for FY25, transmission charges 32,368 crores. Consultancy services about 427 crores. Telecom 722 crores. Other income 1,352. Total income 34,869 crores. And EBITDA 30,148 and profit after tax is 11,379. On a standalone basis, for 9 months, transmission charges 30,092, consultancy 357, other income 3,394, and total income 33,843. And for on a standalone basis, profit after tax 11,017 crores. Other financial parameters, our gross fixed assets as on 31st December 2024 is 2,88,801 crores. CWIP, capital work in progress, 29,603. Debt, 1,29,288. Net worth 91,620. Earning per share 12.23 rupees per share. Book value per share 98.51. Debt equity ratio 59:41. And return on net worth in 9 months is 12.42%. The key financial parameters, the income for previous periods 63 crores as against last year in Q3 237 crores. Interest on differential tariff is 102 crores as against 184 crores during last quarter of 24, Q3 quarter of 24. Interest from subsidiaries 560 as against 371 last year. Incentive from transmission assets 150 crores as against 151 crores. Dividend from JVs 3 crores as against 1 crore. Dividend from subsidiaries 423 as against 149. Then dividend from associates and others 32 as against 20 crores. CSR expenses 161 crores as against 23 crores last year. FERV because of foreign exchange 238 crores as against 77 crore last year. Equity in TBCB operations 4,390 crores as against 3,763 crores. Equity in TBCB under construction 302 crores as against 504 crores last year. We have short-term loan of 1,960 crores as against 1,279 crores last year. Average cost of borrowing is 7.54% in Q3 financial year 25. In our telecom subsidiary, in Q3, our income has been 236 crores, and up to Q3 in last 9 months, it has increased from 594 crores to 722 crores. There is an increase of 22%. In Q3, we have added 12 numbers of new customers, and our backbone availability of telecom network has been 100%. We have received its first international long distance business order in Q3. And PowerTel also enabled fiber to home broadband for providing reliable internet for the end users in Tura town of Meghalaya in northeastern region. Then land has been procured from SIPCOT in Chennai for disaster recovery zone 2 data center at Chennai. In commercial performance, we have done billing of 27,989 crores with realization of 28,404 crores with realization efficiency has been 101.48%. Our outstanding in Q3 up to Q3 of 24 was 6,633 crores. In Q2, it was 4,735 crores, and at the end of Q3, it has become 4,380 crores, with major dues from Tamil Nadu, UP, Telangana, and Madhya Pradesh. As far as growth outlook is there, sectoral outlook works in hand, and what is capex plan of PowerGrid. The details are given. As far as sectoral outlook concerns, our growth drivers are that India is committed to become a $5 trillion economy. This will lead to rapid industrialization, urbanization, and e-mobility. Then there is a non-fossil capacity addition target by Government of India to add by 500 gigawatt RE power as installed capacity. Then green hydrogen mission requires about 125 gigawatt RE power for producing green hydrogen up to 2030. Then energy storage target BSS about 47 gigawatt, pumped hydro about 36 gigawatt up to 2032. Then international interconnections under One Sun, One World, One Grid. Also, there are possibilities that there will be international interconnections. So that will also lead to growth of transmission sector in India also. Then as per National Electricity Plan, the capex summary the interstate transmission system from 22 to 27, about 2,69,150 crores worth transmission systems are to be added. From 27 to 32, 3,91,624, and put together in interstate, it will be 6,60,774 crores. Then in various states for intra-state transmission system, as per NEP, about 2,55,368 crore worth transmission assets are going to be added, and total capex summary for transmission system will be 9,16,142 crores up to 2032. For Power Grid, we have today 1,43,749 worth transmission works in our hand, and today only we have one more project, about 3,500 crores transmission project in Karnataka. So with this, it will become about 1,47,000 crores works in hand. This includes RTM projects, PBCB projects, and the other works going on like metering and solar generation. Next. For financial year 25, our capex plan is now 23,000 crores, and which includes RTM projects worth 3,914 crores. Then TBCB projects about 14,209 crores, and other works 4,877 crores. Till 31st January, our capex has been 19,480 crores, and capitalization till 31st January 25, 7,906 crores. Regarding sustainability and awards, we have a target of 50% of renewable energy consumption by 2025. We are now tying up with various states for green tariff for our substations to offer the facility of green power. For ROW resolution, we have formed a women's cell and ROW cell for resolution of ROW in construction of transmission line. 4 numbers of substations, one at Yalanka, Tughlakabad in Delhi, Marian in Assam, and Chandigarh has been declared as pink stations, which will be managed by all women employees. So this is being done for the first time for women empowerment in Power Grid. Next. Our Director of Finance has been conferred with prestigious role model recognition at CMA Achievers Meet Vision 2030. Also, Power Grid has been conferred with World Congress on Disaster Management, Disaster Risk Reduction 2024 award in category Response during Disaster and Emergencies. Power Grid received appreciation of support from Honorable Union Jal Shakti Minister Shri C.R. Patil for CSR contribution as highest donor to National Mission of Clean Ganga. We have also received special jury commendation in FICCI Women Empowerment Awards 23-24 under category Impactful Care Ecosystem for Employees under Public Sector Companies category. Our Executive Director, Dr. Sunita Chauhan, has been awarded with NPSC Women Engineer Award 2024 for her contribution to the India's energy sector during the 23rd National Power System Conference held at IIT Indore. Then appreciation plaque in FICCI Women Empowerment Awards 23-24 under category Career Development, Skill Development and Mentorship was also received by our women employees. Thank you very much.
Hi. I regret the mistake earlier. Note that Sri P. Vamsi Mohan, Director of Projects, has joined us through separate link. We'll now start with Q&A. Please raise your hand for asking question. We'll schedule you one by one. Sumit, please go ahead. Sumit, you can unmute your line.
Good morning, and thanks for the opportunity. My first question is, if you look at the capitalization in the 9-month period, there appears to be a steep increase implied for the fourth quarter to meet the target of about 180 billion rupees that you had spelled out for FY25. Are we on track? And if I look at the works in hand position as of mentioned in your presentation, it's similar to what we had heard in the November 24 analyst meet at about 1.43 lakh crore. So, what has been the fresh wins that we have seen in the last couple of months? Has that been equal to the capitalization, roughly? Thanks. That's the first question.
Okay.
Sumit, the work what we have shown in the last quarter, actually, this is the work in hand which are to be executed, that is excluding the CWAP. If you see that last quarter, we have done a capex of around maybe around 10,000 crores. We have done a capex. So whatever we have added to that extent, whatever we have done the capex, it will come down. That's why it's looking like as if it's a standstill, but it's not so.
No, fair point. And for the fourth quarter, are we on track for capitalization for the full year?
Full year?
Yeah. We are targeting in the same range about that 18,000 crores. That range we are targeting.
Okay. My second question is that what is the impact in Q3 and 9-month result of the FY25-29 CERC tariff regulations pertaining to O&M? And what has been the performance of PGCIL JV EESL in 9-month FY25? There were losses in 1H, if I remember.
This impact of CERC tariff regulations, the wind-up portion is around 140 crores in Q3. If you compare the same with the Q3 of FY24. And regarding ESL, yes, we have not put any equity in the last almost a year. So whatever we have put the equity, it was in the 2 years back. So we are not putting further equity in that.
Was there any loss contribution from EESL in 9 months?
Yeah. Around for the 9 months, it is around 140 crores. It is included in the console. Our portion, 39% of our stake amounts to 140 crores for 9 months.
Okay, so for third quarter, will be about 40 crores.
Yeah. Together, it's cumulatively 140.
Yeah. Just last quick one to check on the large contract that was won by Khavda by your competitor. What was the difference in bid for Power Grid versus L1? And could you give us, this had first come to Power Grid. So what was the sequence of events? It's a reasonably large contract.
No, it's not Khavda. Khavda we won.
Khavda was only like it was bid was being given by our competitor, and finally we won. So there was a difference of only 0.25% between us. We were the winner in Khavda, and between the other party.
I'm referring to the 25,000 odd crore project that was won by Adani Transmission.
Yeah. So that was Fatehpur to Badla 3.
Yeah. Yes.
So they have won in about 3,500 crores, and considering the land policy in Rajasthan after this 14th June 2024, and we have considered that our earlier we won this project in 3,700 crores. So we have revised our bids, and it was not for us. The parameters what we decided that we will not go beyond the L1 limit. So that was our stand on the project, because it was not coming in our range.
Thank you so much, and wish you all the best.
We request attendees to please stick to 2 questions per participant. We will be moving on to the next person. When I unmute, I request the participant asking the question to also unmute on their end before they ask the question. The next question is from Sumit Kishore. Sorry, Subhaneet Mitra. You may unmute. Subhaneet Mitra, you may unmute your mic. Since we have no response from their end, we will move to Ketan Jain. Ketan Jain, you may unmute your mic.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Good morning, sir. So my first question is on the amount of projects won in 9 months and 3Q. If you could tell us the cost of the projects won in 9 months and 3Q.
Okay.
It is around 19,000.
Yeah.
Q3 is
Yeah.
the summation is around 19,000.
Yeah. For Q3, we have won projects worth 19,000 crores, and up to Q3. Okay. 63,000.
63,000.
So
Okay.
up to December 24,
Yeah.
it is 63,909 crores, and for Q3 it is 19,828 crores.
Thank you, sir. And what is your outlook on the awarding of projects for FY26? Do you expect like around 1 lakh crores worth of projects were awarded this fiscal year? What is your outlook on FY26? Do you think it will take a pause, or do you think it will continue?
As I have mentioned that as per NEP plan, total for interstate is about 6 lakhs. So next year also, FY26 also, it will be similar to FY25. So similar, we will also have similar figures for FY26 also.
Okay. So then my last question.
Already there are about projects worth 52,000 crores under bidding.
Understood.
Yeah, under bidding. Yeah.
Understood. Sir, my last question is on the same number which you gave for cost. Can you give for tariff, sir? Award of projects.
For
Q3, it is already in the presentation.
Yeah. 2077 for 9 months.
Yeah.
For 9 months, tariff is 8,027.
Understood, sir. Thank you. Those are my questions.
The next question is from the line of Ketan Jain. You may please unmute your mic.
My questions are done. Maybe I just spoke.
The next question is from Akshay Malhotra. You may unmute your mic.
Thanks for the opportunity. I wanted to first of all understand the progress on the intra-state bidding side, and concurrent to that, wanted to understand that on the interstate project that we have with Rajasthan, has the work started on that? That's my first question.
Okay. The intra-state projects are being executed by various states like UP and MP, and we are also participating wherever opportunity is there. As far as the JV for intra-state with Rajasthan, still we have already made the joint venture company. Our MD is also joined there, and projects are being identified by government of Rajasthan. As soon as projects are identified, then they will be taken up for execution.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Also, quickly on the capex and capitalization side, I think you've helped us with the number for FY25. Could you also, in a similar manner, tell us the expected capex and capitalization for FY26 and 27?
FY26, because whatever projects, like we have projects about, say, 147,000 crores in hand and about 29,000 crores in progress. So put together, we have almost 176,000 crore projects which are to be commissioned in next 5 years, because this includes HVDC Leh to Pang, which is to be commissioned in next 5 years, and similarly our Khavda to Nagpur, that is also to be commissioned in next 4 years, 4.5 years, and then we have offshore project also, that is also to be commissioned. So if we subtract these costs, so this about it will be AC station will be about 108,000 crore projects are to be commissioned in next 3 years. So every year, that means next year we will have target about 25,000 crore projects which will be required to be commissioned, and next year maybe about 35,000, and maybe next year about another 35,000. So it will be in that range.
Okay, so that this is the capitalization number, right?
Yeah, capitalization.
And similar to that on the capex side?
Capex, like this year, we are telling it is about 23,000 up to March, and for FY26 it will be in the range of about 28 to 30,000, and for next FY27 it will be again 35,000.
Okay, that will be very helpful. Thank you, sir. Just quickly on the last question, could you also help us on the update on the smart metering side?
Queue, sir?
Okay, sure.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Barinder Vijay Kumar. You may unmute your mic.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, please carry on.
Yes.
So I want to ask the regulated equity in the RTM projects as at the end of December 24 that we have invested.
Can you repeat, please?
Regulated equity in the RTM projects at the end of FY or December 24.
Regulated equity, see, we have given you that our net worth is like 91,000 crores, and then we have put 4,390 plus another 400 crores in the TBCB companies. If you deduct that and then you deduct another around 2 to 3,000 crores, which we have put in another JVs and in telecoms, roughly you take out around 10,000 crores. So maybe in the range of 80 to 83,000 crores will be the regulated equity. It's very simple mathematics. Just you see the net worth and then remove the JV's investment and TBCB, SPV's investment, and then you get the regulated equity because we don't have any other business in the standalone.
Understood. So related question to that is, how much of equity would be required to be invested in the upcoming project over the next 3 years?
Normally we put 80-20 for the TBCB projects, and all the regulated projects we stick to 30% at least to the equity because we get the 15% return. If we reduce less than 30, it's loss for us. So we ensure that we put maximum threshold of 30% in regulated projects, and TBCB it's free for us to put any equity, but so far we are almost maintaining a 20%.
So if you consider, say 25,000 crores capex next year, so maybe between 5,000 to 6,000 crore will be required for including TBCB and RTM projects.
Exactly.
Oh, got it. My second question is on the execution challenges in developing transmission projects. Some of the equipment manufacturers and other developers are highlighting challenges in land acquisition and equipment supply, say, be it high voltage transformers or some conductors. So what is your view on it, and would we be able to execute and commission our pipeline of projects within time, or in your assessment, what could be a conservative estimate of risks and how much can a project get delayed on an average?
Yeah. So the challenge of procurement of this high value items, especially transformer and GIS, is it is a real challenge. So we are mitigating this challenge by procuring under bulk procurement. Transformers we are procuring irrespective of the projects in hand. So we are ensuring that we have adequate number of transformers and reactors with us for meeting the requirement of future projects. And as far as GIS is concerned, so there are challenges, especially for GIB part. So we are discussing with the GIS suppliers so that they can start manufacturing in India. And now they are also ramping up their manufacturing capacity, GIS as well as transformers and reactors.
Sure, okay, that answers. But if you could give some estimate of would project be delayed, meaning if project timeline is say 1.5 years to 2 years, in the best case scenario, would you expect for our projects on an average the project commissioning would be say 2.5 years, 3 years? Would that be in reality, would that be the case?
Yeah, normally whatever 2 years time period we are trying to achieve, especially for any substation wherever transformers or reactors or bays are to be commissioned. So we are ensuring that all the equipments are commissioned on time, but especially for transmission line where ROW issues are being encountered. In some cases there are challenges. So some delays are happening because of ROW issues, but still we are taking up with the Ministry of Power and state administration to minimize the delays. But let me accept that there are challenges in completion of these transmission projects within 2 years.
Sure, thank you so much. All the best.
The next question is from the line of Tanvi Shaurya. You may now unmute your mic.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, please carry on.
Yeah, sir. So actually, I'm a shareholder in Power Grid and the Power Grid InvIT as well. Sir, I had a simple question. This Power Grid InvIT was set up with the vision of monetization of Power Grid assets, but that plan seems to have been dropped. So, there are a lot of shareholders, including our parents and senior citizens who have put their hard-earned money in Power Grid InvIT. And if you see, it raised funds at IPO around 100 rupees. Today, the share price is, nearing 80 rupees, primarily because it is unable to, get any assets and raise its DPU. Now, I understand that Power Grid is the sponsor there. So I just wanted to understand, so much faith we are putting in the government and Power Grid. Doesn't Power Grid have any plans to monetize assets via this trust?
When we came out with this PG InvIT, as per that guideline existing at that time, we were planning to disinvest some assets in PG InvIT, but after new NMP guidelines, now we are not able to disinvest our assets in this PG InvIT, so we don't have plan in near future to disinvest our assets, Power Grid assets, because of NMP guidelines.
Sir, then what does that, what will be the entire purpose of that trust? If the parent itself, the sponsor or parent itself is going to just abandon this particular trust, then how is it supposed to function?
You see, the initial the InvIT was formed to monetize the commissioned assets, and subsequently, when you see in the August 21, the National Monetization Pipeline guidelines says that the assets of the shareholding is not to be transferred permanently. It is only permitted to transfer the revenue rights. So when we examine the revenue rights are to be transferred to the InvIT or any other entity, it attracts a GST of 18%, which is again not lucrative to the shareholders of Power Grid, because ultimately in the transmission charges, if you get after discounting 18% GST, it's not value declarative. So that is why this process could not be carried out. So that is the reason that Power Grid has started doing the securitization of the SPVs. So it is because of the guidelines.
Yes, sir, understand that, sir. But then in that case, the purpose of that InvIT itself, there's no purpose of it, right? How will it grow?
You see, this is, I think we should have to take up this in the investor meet of the other listed entity, because this is a separate listed entity. I think this will have a conflict of interest of answering the questions of the PG InvIT here.
Yes, sir. That we it up with that management, but
I request you to please join the queue again if you have further questions.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. The next question is from the line of Balchandra Vasant Shinde. You may please unmute your mic and go ahead.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Sir, can you provide HVDC pipeline over next 2 years with value worth where we see traction, and it's where we can add up in our capex?
Like we have already 2 projects in our hand. One is Khavda to Nagpur, which is almost worth 35,000 crores, although NCT cost was 24,000 crores. But as per the market conditions, the cost is going to be about 35,000 worth crores. Second one is Pang to Leh, which is again more than 20,000 crore project, which will be executed in next 5 years. Already it is under bidding. Then other than these 2 projects, one project has been won by Adani, which is Badla to Fatehpur. Then two more projects are coming under bidding. One is already under bidding from KPS3 Khavda to South Olpad, which with NCT cost of about 12,000 crores. Then there will be two or three more HVDC project, one from Rajasthan to Maharashtra, and then one in Andhra Pradesh. And so these are the in near future, these projects are visible, which will be under bidding shortly.
Got it. And sir, the figures which we have mentioned in our NAP plan framework, when we add up based on your guidance, overall capex for next 2 years translates to around something around 3 lakh crore. Is it fair to assume that 3 lakh crore kind of a capex will happen as per the plans in NAP?
For Power Grid or for total?
For total.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Got it. Got it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'll come back for the questions.
The next question is from the line of Aman Jain. You may now unmute your mic.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Thank you for taking my question. So my first question is regarding the Bhadla-Fatehpur HVDC line, where our bid was annulled. So A, what was the reason for cancellation? And B, in the rebid, another player won the project for like 25,000 crores, while we had secured it earlier for 12,700 crores. So like, was there any change in the scope of work? And if not, what led to a significant lower bid compared to the final awarded amount, which was almost twice? So if you could give some color.
Yes. You are talking about Fatehpur Badla? Like
Yes,
NCT cost in case of Khavda Nagpur was 24,000 crores, whereas actual cost when we go to market, it is depending on various factors. Now I am saying that total executed cost will be somewhere 35,000 crores. So similarly, in case of Fatehpur Badla also, although NCT cost was 12,000 crores, but the executed cost may be about 25,000 crores. But now we are not executing that project, so exact figures can be given by the transmission developer, which is Adani. So we cannot comment on that.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Got it. So my second question is regarding revenue from operations declared 3% YOY. So any reason for that?
The structure of the regulated tariff income is that it will decrease every year because of the interest on loan, which will be reducing based on the depreciation recovery. So if I recover around 12,000, 13,000 crore of a depreciation, to that extent, if you say some rule of like 7.5%, 8% as the interest, so naturally around 700 to 800 crores, 900 crores of a transmission income is bound to come down every year. But the fact remains that the PAT will remain same because that is based on the return on equity. So the transmission income of the regulated business is bound to come down. This is what the structure. The wind-up expenditure will increase, whereas the interest on loan will come down, but the PAT will remain same. So that is why the reason that it will come down. But when we commission new assets, it is again added. That is why it's not reducing to that extent. So when I say that when the revenue is supposed to come down by like 800, 900 crores in a year, and if you compare for the 9 months, maybe around 600, 650 crores, it is bound to come down, but it is not coming down because we are adding more assets.
Got it. So thank you. It's clear. Thank you.
The next question is from the line of Satya. You may unmute your mic. Satya, you may unmute your mic. Since we have no response from Satya, we will move on to Mayank Bora. You may unmute your mic. Mayank Bora, you may unmute your mic.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I just wanted to know what was the borrowing cost of this $200 million from Sumitomo?
It is based on the TONA as the reference rate, and the borrowing interest rate is around 1%, including the spread.
Okay. So, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
And we'll have a foreign exchange rate variation, whatever it depends on the movement of the Japanese currency.
Okay. So, we have any plans to reduce our domestic debt and replace it with the foreign debt?
No, not required to be replaced, but since we have a huge pipeline of capex and we have to raise more and more debts, we can explore further debt through the other markets instead of domestic. We should have a mix, so we can mix something to the other currencies instead of sticking to only to INR, because last 4 or 5 years when this so far was trading at close to 5 or 4.5, so we refrained from going to the other markets for the last 4 or 5 years. Now, since the TONA is almost at a very competitive rate, we are exploring the other markets. Maybe since this comes up with a green shoe of another 150 million, so this is 200 million plus another 150 million will be close to 3,000 crores if you convert it into Indian rupees. So further we will explore the similar type of markets.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the.
We have the next question from the line of Swati Janjanwala. You may unmute your mic.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks. It's kind of a follow-up to the previous question. So just wanted to understand that by taking these green loans, is there any material change in your cost of debt that you're expecting going forward?
Yeah, naturally, the other markets, whoever the lenders encourage the green loan, and we expect that there should be a benefit in the rate of at least 5 for a few bips.
Got it. And just secondly, could you highlight your capex and capitalization numbers for your standalone company?
Standalone, and you can take for a console, because for a console it will be in the range of 17,000-18,000 crores for the current year. As our chairman has already told that we have a pipeline of almost 1 lakh crore of projects, excluding the HVDC and offshore projects, which have a timeline of another 3 years for commissioning. So in the range of maybe in the range of 25 to 30,000 crores, the commissioning will happen for the next 3 to 4 years.
Understood. Just wanted to understand, because the RTM projects would be in the standalone company, if I'm not wrong. So for that, I just wanted to understand a broad kind of capex.
RTM, we have offshore, and Pankaital are in offshore, which is around 22,700 plus another 13,600. If you add this will be around 36,000 crores, and then few bay extension, others will be there. Around 40 to 45,000 crores you can assume will be adding up in the regulated mode also.
Sure. Understood. Thanks.
Due to the paucity of time, we would like each participant to stick to one question, please. We will now move on to Anuj Upadhyay. You may unmute your mic.
Am I audible, sir?
Anuj, you may unmute.
Yeah, please carry on.
Okay, so majority of the questions have been answered. Just to get one sense, you mentioned that the current year capitalization target is 18,000 crores.
We are
Yeah.
already halfway mark of the Q4 numbers, Q4 quarter. You said till Jan, the capitalization number had inched up to closer to 8,000 crores. So, could you elaborate further on which are the big ticket size project and at which stage that gives us the confidence that in next 45 or 50 days we'll be adding 10,000 crores of project?
Yeah, I will give names of the projects. One is Narela project. Narela is almost, this station is almost ready. Station is ready to be commissioned. But because the connecting transmission line, the FRW issues are yet to be completed. So we are expecting that at least 1 or 2 lines will be completed by March. So with this transmission line and substation, at least 1,500 crore assets will be added here. Then Khavda 2 and Khavda 3, KPS 2 and KPS 3, these are 2 GIS stations. Each will be in the range of about 1,000 crores. We have GIS, transformer, then transmission line between Khavda 2 to Khavda 3. Similarly, Khavda 3 is also GIS, where transformers, reactors, and GIS station is there. So each will be 1,000 and 1,000 crores. So put together 3,500 crores. Then we have Ahmedabad Banaskantha transmission line. Then Navsari station. Navsari again GIS station, then Navsari to Magarwada. This line is almost getting ready by February, and we are hopeful that this project will also be commissioned by February. This will again be in the range of about 1,500 crores. And one more project in Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh. Kurnool station is getting ready in another 20 days. And transmission line from Kurnool to Kurnool, from existing we have Kurnool 2 station, and from there to new Kurnool 3 station, transmission line is almost in advanced stage of completion. So that will also be commissioned. So that again, it is going to be in the range of about 1,500 crores. And similarly, we have projects in northeastern region like Namsai to Kathalguri, GIS at Kathalguri and Namsai both, and transmission line. And some projects in NER and Eastern region reconductoring projects and in Odisha. So if these are all projects are in advanced stage of completion. One more project in Rajasthan is Badla to Sikar 2, which we are trying to complete, but it is very difficult, but we are trying to complete this project also. So put together, we are expecting that around 10,000 crore assets are likely to be completed by March, because all are in advanced stage of completion.
This is super helpful, sir. Thank you. And if I just ask one more question on the smart meter update on the Gujarat contract and any new states that we are in advanced stage of getting an opportunity.
For smart meters, we have this order of about 67 lakhs meters to be installed in Uttar Gujarat and Madhya Gujarat. And what we are planning that once we have experience with these meters in Gujarat, then only we will consider next state. But so far we are not considering any other state other than we are focusing on completion of this project.
Thank you, sir, and wish you good luck.
The next question is from the line of Apurva Bahadur. If you may unmute your mic and go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. So we noted there was a reduction in the interim dividend per share, right, for the 9 months so far. Can you throw some light on that? Why was a requirement for this?
Like as you understand that last year our capex was 12,500 crores. This year it is going to be 23,000 crores, and in FY26 it will be still more. So we require more and more equity to be infused for our capex requirements. So that is the reason we are slowly we may go further down. Today we have 4.5 rupees was the first dividend. and this is second interim dividend 3.25, so put together 7.75. So we are hoping that we will be somewhere in the range of about 9 rupees in this financial year. So it is because of the capex requirement.
Understood, sir. And when I see your capex guidance for the next 2 to 3 years, it seems like we plan to do almost 65,000 crores of capex for FY26-27, maybe around similar number for 28 as well. But the work in hand is still higher, right? So in case even if it is spread out over 4 to 5 years, do you think that there is a possibility of further upgrade in the capex number, especially for 27?
27, there are possibilities because there are a number of projects which are under pipeline. So considering those projects, maybe FY27, it may go more than 35,000 crore also.
Okay, sir. And lastly, on the HVDC project orderings, when do we expect to see those for both the projects? In which year?
HVDC project Khavda Nagpur is already ordered. It is ordered on Hitachi, and work is already started. Our design engineering work is going on, and at site also we have already done Bhumi Puja. So now execution will start very shortly. As far as this second project of Bank Cathal, because it is a very challenging project. So now still there are queries being raised by prospective bidders like Hitachi and Siemens, and we are expecting that queries will be clarified to these bidders, and then we will get the bid, and maybe in first quarter of FY26 it is likely to be awarded.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. All the best.
The next question is from the line of Nashi Shah. You may please unmute your mic and go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. So I just have one question. Could you please elaborate a little more on the regulations around the national monetization pipeline and clarify more on the asset transfer and revenue transfers?
No, you see, national monetization pipeline guidelines was published in the month of August 2021. And it envisaged that the assets of the central CPSEs are not to be transferred permanently, and only the revenue rights are to be given. And that is the reason that we have not further added the assets, because once we have to add the assets means we will have to transfer the shares, which is not permitted in the national monetization pipeline guidelines. So for monetization, we have adopted the route of securitization of the cash flows and through which we raised the bonds, and then we opened a TRA account where we used to put the money from the SPVs for servicing the debts.
Okay, sir. And could you clarify about the GST payment in case of a revenue transfer, please?
Yeah, in case of if you transfer the revenue rights, so that is not treated as a transmission charges. These are all considered as a lease charges for which GST is to be paid. So the reason that if I transfer the revenue rights, so whatever money I get as the NPV, I will have to pay 18% as a GST. So that is not a lucrative transfer.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
The next question is from the line of Vikram Datwani. You can please unmute and ask your question.
Thank you for the opportunity. Just one bookkeeping question for me. Could you please share the 9-month impact of the CRC tariff on O&M? You alluded to the Q3 figure at 140 crores, but could we get the 9-month figure as well?
You can multiply by 3. It will be in the range of around 450 crores.
450 crores. Okay, thank you.
The next question is from the line of Cordinia. You may unmute.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes, please
Hello.
go ahead. Anya, you are audible.
Hello. Yeah, hi sir. I hope I'm audible. Just wanted to check, you indicated about 52,000 crores of projects under bidding. So just trying to understand what is the potential pipeline of projects which can be added to this, A. And B, you also spoke about potential HVDC projects in Rajasthan and AP. What is the potential size of these projects? Also, there is a news flow of this Andaman HVDC project on RTM basis, right? So is it safe to assume that Power Grid will be executing this project, and what could be the tentative timelines over here? If you can provide some color on that, please.
Okay. Yeah, this 52,000 crores, when you say that we have a traditional strike rate of 50%, you can say that when this bidding happens, maybe we will be able to add another maybe 25 to 27,000 crores. So when I say today 1,43,000, you add another 27, so it will become around 70,000 crores when bidding concludes. And your follow-up question is on the RTM project of Andaman. It is in a immature stage. So as of now, there is no any concrete development or we got any intimation of getting that through RTM. Once it comes, we will naturally inform.
Sure, sir. Sir, and lastly, what explains the fall in consolidated profit in this quarter despite the rise in capitalization? Is it largely driven by the O&M expenses, or is there something else to it? If you can help us understand it better, please.
No, you see, only if you see Q3 to Q3, there will be a reduction between console and standalone. That is because the dividends which we have taken from the SPVs is more than the Q3 profits of the consolidation of all SPVs put together. That is the reason. And as far as console of 9 months is concerned, you see there is an increase only from standalone to console.
Sir, I was looking at console to console only, Q3 to Q3, there's a reduction in profit.
That is because actually we have a loss of some of the JVs. Like we have one JV ESL which was our share of loss is 140. So that has slightly pulled down in the console. So that not figuring in the standalone.
This is in addition to O&M effect. Like as per CRC, we are saying that of the order of 140 crores. It is also hitting a profit also by almost 140 crores each quarter.
And in addition to that, if you see, there are one-off items in the previous years, like we have a one-time CRC order impact and interest and differential, the orders between the DOCO date and the order dates. These are all normally to some extent it will contribute more to the bottom line, so which is lesser in the current year. That is also a reason that your PAT has come down compared to last year.
Sure, sir. So lastly, if I may, how should we look at the dividend flow from here in view of the rising capex? What is the thesis on this, and what is the outlook on this? If you can provide some color.
Dividend, we have a policy that we will give the dividend. We will not keep the idle cash, as well as we will fund for our capex also. So we will strike a balance between these two, and going forward, when we commission more and more projects, naturally the revenue as well as PAT also will increase. So that also will add to maintain the dividend to some extent. It's not going to fall very steeply to like 2 rupees or 3 rupees, something like that. It's not even permitted as per the DIPAM guidelines also.
Sure, sir. Got it. Thank you very much and all the best, sir.
We have a last question of the day from Mohit Pandey. You may unmute your mic and go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Sir, just one question. So for the Leh Cathal project, has the technology been decided whether it will be LCC or VSC?
No, from the start itself, that we are executing this project as VSC only, not LCC.
Understood, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
With that, we'll conclude this meeting. I would like to thank the senior management of the Power Grid for taking the time out for this analyst meet and addressing all the queries. I also would like to thank all the investors and analysts for attending the meeting. Thanks, everyone. So, would you like to conclude, sir, by any concluding comments?
So, thank you everyone for your time and sparing your time and having interest in Power Grid. So I can assure all the investors and our shareholders that Power Grid outlook is very bright, and we have many projects in hand, and our projects capitalization and capex is going to increase. So that will lead to increase in revenue and profit. So our Power Grid future is bright. So rest assured, you are in safe hands. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.